What does FEMA do to help people before and after a severe weather event?
Well, we do several things, and some of the things are even newer that your parents may not even know about. We operate on behalf of the federal government warning systems for disasters, including severe weather. You may have heard this. Have you ever heard on the radio or TV where there's a tone and it says, this is an alert from the emergency broadcast system or the emergency alert system? Well, we have a system that's designed to go through TVs and radio. When the National Weather Service issues a tornado warning, you'll hear a tone on your television or your radio, and it's this long beep, and then it says, this is a tornado warning from the National Weather Service. And it goes out, no matter what TV station you're watching, your radio station, it goes out, and everybody hears it. But a lot of people don't listen to radio and watch television all the time. But a lot of people have cell phones. So as part of that emergency alert system, we now have alerts that go out over your cell phone. And people ask, well, how can you do that? Are you like calling me or sending me a text message? No, this is part of what we call the wireless emergency alert system. And it allows us to, when the National Weather Service issues a tornado warning, notify all of the cell phones that have been upgraded to this standard to receive a warning in the area where the tornado is threatened. So we work very closely with warning. We also work very closely with the Weather Service and other partners like Red Cross about how to be prepared and what to do during tornadoes. And then if a disaster is severe and the governor of a state has requested assistance and the president has determined that we are going to provide that assistance, we sometimes assist states in the recovery from those tornadoes.
It has been 4 months since Hurricane Sandy. How is FEMA still helping people recover in hard-hit areas?
We're helping people by providing them money for rental assistance to rent a place to stay while decisions are made about can they repair or rebuild their homes. So many homes were flooded and so many areas were impacted that we have provided, and this is a very large number, but it just shows you how many people are needing assistance, over $1 billion just to families to help them with the initial recovery. And most of that is going towards helping them stay in an apartment or maybe even a motel or hotel room while we work to see what can be done to get their homes back. Rebuilding is going to take a long time, and it's going to take a lot of other agencies besides FEMA. But just in the first 4 months, we have been providing financial assistance to families so they have a place to stay, so that kids can get back in school, people can get back to work while their homes are not livable. And we have to work and look at what it's going to take to provide homes for them for the long term.
So how much work is left to be done for the hard-hit areas to get back to normal? And how long will it take?
It's going to take years. When you looked at what Sandy did, the first response was always about life safety. And unfortunately, there was loss of life in Sandy. There were people that had to be rescued. Much of that work was done by local officials and National Guard. But now we have gone through the initial response. We've gone through the initial cleanup to pick up all the debris and pick up a lot of the damage. Now we're starting to get to the rebuilding phase. And it's going to take years. Thousands and thousands and thousands of homes were destroyed. Many more thousands were damaged. Fire stations, utility plants, boardwalks were destroyed. That process of rebuilding will take years. But it's important that people understand that FEMA doesn't leave until all that work is done. So there are disasters across this country that many people have probably forgotten about, except for the communities that have been impacted. And we will be there as long as it takes to help those communities rebuild with our programs, as we've been doing since the first disaster has been declared that FEMA's managed.